Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Christian Duke from StrengthAddicts.com. We're here at Titan Gym Mentor with nationally ranked NPC Bodybuilder Steve Armstrong. Steve, how's it going?
Pretty well.
Awesome, Steve. Now, we actually did our first interview back at the 2013 Natural Ohio. You were working a booth there. You looked really good. We went outside, did a really good interview. But you've really come a long way from there. So talk to us about what you've accomplished, the contests you've done in 2014, and really what you've taken from those shows to lead you into 2015.
All right, well, we went into the Pittsburgh Pro, took second place there. After the show, I kind of looked at some photos and this and that, and realized that I need to improve on how tight I was. So this past summer, I jumped up to 200 pounds where I'm at now, leaned out. Doing a dry run right now to see how much tighter we can come back in, and we're going to shoot for the next couple shows of this coming season.
Now, as I was planning on coming up here, you knew I wanted this interview, and we got to talking a little bit, and weight classes came up. You know, I've always known you to be a certain amount of pounds, a certain weight, but you had said you were considering bumping up to light heavyweight, and just tonight, before we did this interview, you said that you kind of resolved that issue. Address that for us. Like, why were you thinking about going up to light heavyweight, and why are you going to stay as a middleweight?
Well, my initial thought, I've never been 200 pounds and as lean as I am right now. So I was a little skeptical about actually dropping 25 pounds and making 176. So I kind of found my little secret weapon, AB. So he's going to kind of do a dry run for me, and I respect him and trust him. So he's going to take me down to 176 over the next, say, 12 weeks or so and see how we look. And then we'll bump back up and get ready for the next show. And
what shows are you thinking about doing in 2015? I know you said there was a few of them. Tell us what shows they are and when they are.
Well, we're going to do a West Coast Classic out in California as a warm-up in June. And prep me for the Junior USAs. Then we got Master Nationals and then North American, which are all pro qualifiers.
That's a lot of shows. You told me that you've done 7 pro qualifiers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shows, that's a lot of experience under your belt. How do you keep your physique bouncing back show after show? I mean, those are 4 big shows. Even the warm-up is a big show. How do you do that in a year? How do you keep bouncing back like that?
Honestly, I respond really well. I eat clean year-round. I don't come off my diet. I stay within 15, 20 pounds of contest weight, and for me, it's always been real easy to drop the weight.
Do you think, I mean, like, to really just kind of pick on you a little bit, do you really think what some people say that like an off season is necessary? I mean, you obviously put on a ton of muscle, and it doesn't seem like you've done it by eating crap. Like, so is it really necessary to blow up 80 pounds to just calm back down? Like, I mean, do you see any benefit to that?
You know what? I did that a few years back. I jumped up to like 237, and again, I came back down to 180. Well, I didn't like the way I was looking in the off season. There was no reason to carry the extra weight, and then when I decided to make the change, I stopped at 200 and came in at 176, and I gained a lot more lean mass. So no, I don't think we need to be really crazy in the off season.
Okay, and I'm hitting you with a lot of questions we didn't talk about, but I've noticed that in the last couple of years, less and less bodybuilders are actually doing cardio. They're going back to the 70s approach where it's all diet and all training. But then there's still a camp that says cardio is still very important to, like, shed body fat. Well, what's your take on the whole cardio issue?
Well, for the last, say, 4 months, I've actually been doing the cardio in the AM. I've been doing it in the PM with my training, and it's leaning out, and I'm staying right at 200. My weight's not dropping, and I'm just feeding my food the way it needs to be. It's just thinning my skin out. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Okay, well,
that's that. How can you refute that answer? How can you fight that? So I guess in closing, you are going to be at the Natural, well, actually it's a Northern Natural USA tomorrow.
That's right.
That's Dave Lieberman's show. If you could talk a little bit about your relationship with Dave and his competitions and what that's been like over the last few years.
Well, I've been working with Dave, for like 5-6 years. I've known him since the early 90s. He asked me to run the Gaspari nutrition booth, so that's what I've been doing for the last 5 years at his shows. I set it up and handle it for him, and then we'll move on to the next.
Okay, fantastic. And of course, what's it like training in this place? I mean, I came in here, like somebody let me in, I'm like, where's the posing room? They're like, it's downstairs. I'm like, what do you mean downstairs? I come downstairs, it's like, it's a whole world down here. I mean, like, what's it like training at Titan Gym?
I got chills right now from you asking me that question.
Right.
I've been here since 18 years. It's one of the best bodybuilding fitness gyms on the East Coast. There's nothing like this. I mean, the Mecca up in Jersey is, I think, the closest thing to it.
Right.
There's more competitors and powerlifters out of this gym than anywhere. I think
Okay.
if you want to learn something, you want to get an education, you come here, train for a few
Man, I
years.
saw like all the magazine covers and the
Yeah,
pictures,
it's
and you
amazing.
said even Dave Lieberman's pictures out there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, so this seems like a great place to come work out. And it's in Mentor, Ohio. You said 18 years you've been coming here,
Yeah.
which is phenomenal. So I really want to thank you for taking the time to do this interview. It's like gotta be like past midnight already,
Right.
and I know you gotta be up at the show again tomorrow.
That's
So again, I really want to thank you, and you know, nothing but the best for you in 2015.
Yeah, thank you.
For NPC Bodybuilder Steve Armstrong, I'm Christian Duke, very tired for StrengthAddicts.com. Thanks a lot.